Hello guys, and welcome to my first series, The Safe Zone. I have been really praying for this little channel to kind of take flight, been advertising it this whole month of September. I have really wanted to create a safe space for all my young audience, and whoever watches this video are more than welcome to come in. I've been really wanting to be that source of motivation to each and every one of you that are facing hard times or needing that extra push or needing that friend. In my life, I can say I've had many different people, different walks of life come into my life and serve a purpose. And I felt like this was the time, especially now in my life, that I needed to make this safe zone safe and open with no bullying, no body shaming, no judging, a judge zone free place that we can literally open up and interact with one another and literally tell each other everything that we are going through, the things that we can't talk about to maybe our family, our friends, our spouses, our siblings, that we can't open up to, that we can open up together in our safe zone. And a little bit about me, if you guys don't know me already, of course, my name is Kayla Morales. You guys could find me on Facebook as Kayla Damaris. I do have a channel called Finding Me, which is growing, and I'm working hard for speaking into existence. But behind the smile, behind, this appearance, comes a girl that has been through it all. And a part of the safe zone being born was because of many moments not having somebody to turn to, or many moments feeling like I was the only one that was going through hard times, that maybe it was God just picking on me. The things that we think about, and sometimes we're too ashamed to even speak about it. Maybe it's the way we were brought up. Maybe we shouldn't talk about that. Maybe you shouldn't think like that. And if you come from a faith-filled background, there's a lot of times where we always have to be positive, and we always have to be, no, there's no worry, be happy. But life is real, and life throws curveballs, and with those curveballs comes a new perspective, comes a different vision, a refreshed vision. Every hardship is not something to end you guys. It's to make you look at yourself in a different way, in a different lens. I have learned in the 27 years of my life that, man, life is not fair. And it really isn't. It's a place where sometimes in your own mind is a war zone, and you need to be your own hero. Sometimes you have to be your own cheerleader. Sometimes you have to learn it's okay to be by yourself and be comfortable by yourself. There's so many things that we go through on a day-to-day basis, and I really was praying because I really wanted this safe zone to be safe, that we can talk about what makes us angry, what makes us concerned, what irates us, or what makes us passionately just go after what we want, or what keeps us from going from what we want. There were so many questions in my life that I didn't even know, Kayla, what do you want? What do you want? And I allowed everybody else to be my mic, to be my voice. And without knowing, Kayla, you're strong enough to know what you want, because you are strong enough to know what you want. And it's just a matter of getting up and saying enough is enough. Enough with being a punching bag. Enough with being a doormat. Enough with settling for second best. I've had to learn so many things in my life. I've had to learn to lose so I can know what winning feels like, because losing is a part of our life. We have to understand that every time we face a loss, we don't want to feel that again. But when that win comes, when you learn to appreciate it, not every negative is always meant to end you. Every negative is always to push you to where your positive lies, and value that. What we work hard for, what we want in our life, what we just desire most comes with the sweat of our labor, and that nothing comes easy. Nothing comes easy, guys. And I know it for sure. I know that life gives us so many obstacles. And for 7 years of my life, I kept on repeating such a vicious cycle, being there for everybody else without filling my own cup up. being there for everybody else and forgetting about myself, losing my identity, facing molestation, facing depression, isolation, binge eating. I had to recognize that those things that kept me away from my destiny was the very same things I would have to come face to face with in order to be delivered, in order to be free. But sometimes it's just better to avoid it. Better to avoid it, drinking, smoking, promiscuous sex, just filling the voids instead of dealing with it head on. But that is what this channel is for, guys. This channel is to talk about everything that we go through in our lives, everything, to have a voice, to have an outlet, so you and I can come together and say, you got this. I'm your encourager. I'm here to encourage you and say you are not alone, girl. You're not alone, boy. You are not the only one that's facing adversity. And if I'm here today, putting my best face forward right here, just throwing all my business out there so I can encourage you, that beautiful person that's looking at me right now, then it's all worth it. You are worth it. You are worth fighting for. You are worth it. You might have had a couple bad relationships and feel like, you know what, I'm just done and just over love. No. Because when you find the one, you're going to know what you're going to want and want to settle for and not settle for. You're going to know that your value is more important. You're going to know that all those past failures, mistakes, learn to heal. And sometimes it takes more than just 1 month, guys, to heal from something. Sometimes it takes months. Sometimes it takes even years for you to fully heal. And that is what journey I was in. I was in that journey of healing, knowing who Kayla was. Even now, today, doing these save zones encourages me to really seek something even deeper than what I know. I can start something right now and be like, so afraid. Insecurities play a big part in our life. But if we don't act upon it, if we don't jump in it, who's to know that we won't be something great in the end? Because we are. Listen, we have every tool necessary to go out there and say, guess what? I knew it all along. And if I could tell you one piece of advice, is that most of my teens and most of my life I lived in fear. And I never tried to do something different, never tried to do something outside of the box until now, my late 20s. And I'm like, what the heck? Who cares at this point? I'm either going to sink or swim. And guess what, guys? I'd rather swim. I'd rather just dive right in and swim and know what God is going to take me, all the beautiful mysteries that lie in front of me. But how can Kayla know if I never try? If I never just jump in and say, guess what? God, you will never let me die in where I'm going. So, in this new series, what I want you guys to take is nothing but encouragement. Is that when you're having the most worst day of your life, that you feel like, oh my goodness. I'm talking about bad days. I'm talking about having to sleep in your car because you just got kicked out somewhere, or you just ended a relationship and you don't even know who you are anymore. So you have to find yourself sitting and analyzing everything and rebuilding yourself after this whole life-altering change. I'm talking about separating from family that you never thought you were going to ever separate. I'm talking about facing your biggest fears, facing your biggest giants of depression and insecurity. I'm talking about when you face those giants, you are the winner. It's a special kind of strong. When you finally say enough is enough and you look at your obstacles that you've been tripping over for months, weeks, years, and say, I am ready to sit down and face you. And I am ready for you to move out of my way, because that over there where I see, that belongs to me. That is rightfully mine. And you need to do either two things: get out my way or disintegrate. But either of those options means that you have to get out of my way. I've had to learn to let go, and it's the painfulest thing of anything. Whatever you are having a hard time with letting go of, you need to. It's liberating after. It's painful in the process, believe you me. Sometimes I get those days that I'm like, really, should I really, let it go? Because it's habits. We create these habits in our life and we think it's normal. When we finally figure out how toxic it is in our life and we do that decision to remove it, it's going to take a lot of time for us to know who we are and detox. Ooh, you know, when you started a new detox, sometimes you just really want that chocolate bar. But you know you are on a regimen. You know you have to do these certain requirements to get to where you want. And they are painful when you can't have that bar of chocolate, okay? Or just whatever you want. But the results in the end, guys, whew, they're amazing. And so I encourage you to jump on these channels every Monday and Wednesday, to jump on my podcast every Friday, and encourage yourself. Give me topics, email me, tell me what's going on in your life, and we could be that bridge of hope for each other. We can encourage each other, because this is not only for me. You guys are here to encourage me as well, and we encourage each other. I am my brother's keeper, and today I want you to know that you are amazing. You are everything. Look at yourself today. Sit there right now. Just sit right there. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath and let it out. Another one. And let it out. In and out. That breath is opportunity. And until that last breath gives, there's always another open door, guys. There's always another hope. Don't give up, because where you're at right now seems too hard to ever go past what you're seeing. You're not stuck. You're in a process, and it's called growing pains. And that, my friends, is something you're gonna have to be strong enough to weather, sometimes alone. But thankfully, maybe if you stick around, I will be there for you to encourage you and to tell you that you got this. You were born for this. And guess what? Be who you are, because you're beautiful. And if you change, don't change for nobody else. Change because you need it, because you want it and you desire it. Don't ever blend in when you were always meant to stand out. And queens, if you're listening to me, don't settle for a smaller crown when you deserve the biggest one, and fix that crown. Kings, you know what I'm talking about. Take ownership. Be the head and not the tail. Fix your crown and stand up tall as men, that we need men to be leaders again. And you got this. It's never too late. So I am so excited to be on this journey with you. Finding Me 2.0, the Safe Zone. I will put my email in the link as well. And I want to hear your stories of victory. I want to hear your stories of where you're at right now. I want to hear what you have to say. I want you to engage with me as I will engage with you. I want you to be my friend and come along my own journey where I'm going to open up as well. So let's go. Let's have fun. And let's heal together. Yeah. Healing is beautiful, guys. And whew, man, I'm 27 and I feel like I'm just starting life all over again. But that's another story for another day. So stay tuned. Until next time. Hope you find your safe zone.